All right, guys, what's good? What's good? Oh, sorry for the absence. I'm not going to say sorry. I will apologize for my absence. Just had to go dark a little bit and do some, I guess you could say, reflection. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of information in this realm. And um, first of all, this is something you need counseling with. You need a mentor. You need someone to guide you that's already been through the trenches or have a stronger comprehension of all this stuff. So what's going on, Rolando? Christian, what's good? Peace and love. Peace and love. I just want to I just actually just got this in the mail from the Division of Corporations apostille section. I sent my birth certificate in to get authenticated, and I really didn't send it in at first because I didn't really understand why it needed to be authenticated. Um, and I do have a better understanding of why it needs to be authenticated. It's because, in my understanding, the word authenticate meant to sign to make something official. That's what the definition I read. And I was like, okay, well, my name's already on there. My parents' name's already, signature is already on there. What did he do? Authenticate? It's already real. But when you notify the state that you need their seal on your birth certificate, now, as I described in the last video, that in 1666 was a big fire, a plague in London, and the London government decided to take ownership of people's trusts that they made up. And instead of giving people the fair opportunity to be alive and considered competent enough to operate in the trusts that were created for them from their birth, they decided to make people dead or lost at sea, which and back at that time they were under another jurisdiction or under another law, which is admiralty law, which operates on the sea. So if you hear a lot of people say, oh, dock your vessel, man, you got to dock your vessel, you're not lost at sea, we're on land, they're referring to the acronym or the metaphors of how all this stuff was even conjured in the first place. What's good, everybody? So when you authenticate the birth certificate, you are letting the state, or depending on which level you're authenticated on, you're letting that particular sector know that you need them to understand that you are authenticating this birth certificate because you understand a process that most Americans don't understand. Um, uh, this part of your county always existed to authenticate birth, not just birth certificates, but other things, marital documents, divorce, dissolution of marriage. That department has been there for a long time. So it wasn't really necessarily someone hiding in it from us. We just weren't competent enough to gather the information to do what we needed to do. So I wanted to show you that I just got this green card back from the Division of Corporation. I finally sent my birth certificate in. On the state level, or on the county, I keep saying state, the county level, because you want to put the county that you're in on notice first, and then you move up, and then it's the state that you're in you put on notice, and then you put the federal jurisdiction, which is another larger, more territory of the U.S. And then you've completed the process of putting everyone in the proper jurisdiction on notice, so that there is no, well, I didn't know this guy was this or this needed to happen, because everyone on every level, county, state, and federal, knows what it is. I am just I just read just like you guys, man. Thank you for the compliment. Together we break chains production. Greetings. is the one at the top who gives us a correct. I'll look her up. Kimberly Ann Gorgon. Please change your topic. Ivory. Well, that's your perception. And if you can prove me wrong and make a video that everything that I'm saying is misleading, what you're saying is just as misleading as well. And you're just stating your opinion, which everyone has one of those. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, you can use good old Google. Google it yourself and Google Sestake V 1966, and you tell me what that event did, and if you have factual information that it didn't happen and that none of that stuff that they just made all the information up. So I'm not going to argue with people who say, "Oh, you're wrong." Well, prove me wrong. Make a video, show me some facts. If you think I'm just talking, watch my last video. Um, Either way, this is not for this is not up for debate or discussion. This is my journey, and I'll make some mistakes and I'll go some wrong ways, but um, Proverbs 3:5 says, "Lean not into your own understanding, but acknowledge God in everything you do, and He will guide and direct your paths." I don't need to listen to Kim Ivory. You just need to go. You in timeout. Um, but listen, everybody's going to have their opinion on things, guys. But do your own research, regardless of what my videos say, what somebody else's videos say, what someone else's videos say. You should always be doing your research and discerning this information for yourself. But I was trying to screen share my screen, but I forgot this is not Zoom. What could be a better topic? That's what you call a troll, guys. They're just here to create controversy, trying to get a reaction, and try to get people to waver back and forth, fear and doubt. You know, I mean, there's enough of that without even knowing any of this information. You can do that just for by sitting and watching TV or the news or social media. You know what I mean? Agents of distraction, man. They're everywhere, not just in this realm. They're everywhere. It could be your own family members. It can be how your brain is operating, which is why a lot of people don't dig deep into this realm because their brain is their own agent of distraction. Their kids are their agents of distraction. Their lusts and their fantasies and their fetishes that have nothing to do with empowering themselves and life are the distraction. And what can I do about that? What can you do about that in that person's life? Absolutely nothing. You can just act like, you know, it doesn't exist so they don't get the attention they need to continue in that zone they're in or that energy, you know. Um, but I did want to show you my registration of my fictitious name, which I can't screen share because I'm on the computer that I'm actually doing a live on, but I can probably pull it up on my phone because I want to be transparent. I want you guys to see that I'm actually doing what I say I'm doing, and that sometimes people just want to hear stuff that sounds good. Oh wow, really? You just got to do that, and then that's all you do, and then it happens. And it's like people's making it sound real super easy, which all things are possible with God. And the only people that think things are impossible are us as human beings. But anything that is too easy, you don't want it. You don't want it. What did you learn? What process did you grasp from it? What did the process do for you? How did it make you become better or level up than who you were before this whole, like, people don't get that and they try to skip that And gurus and people who like to sell stuff and get famous off stuff know that as well. So they use that to people's advantage and they just talk whatever you want to hear, right? This, you're going to have to look for this stuff. You're going to have to read and comprehend, because if it wasn't that important, if it wasn't that divine, this information would have been open to everyone. There would be no just one group of people just knowing what this is and what a straw man is, and what a uh, and what authenticating a birth certificate is, and why you need a durable power of attorney, and why would you separate your legal fictitious name from your living soul. Like, why you need to do all this stuff. Why would the government even have all these things set in place that you could authenticate your birth certificate and separate yourself from a legal entity, and all these forms that aren't taught to you in school or general education. I didn't know any of this stuff in school. Not at all. Hey, Keenan, I did not Google. I did not catch what you said. Google. Hold on a second. I think that's how you spell it. Google. So that's the KV Act 1666. Or you just watched my last video. I just read some things that that I gathered from research. Um, Hold on, I was pulling up. I was pulling up my registration of my fictitious name. Okay. It's not as easy on the phone as it is on the computer. Jeez. Here it is. All right. So look, here I am. Search for a fictitious name. It'll be different by state. This is a Florida website. Okay. I'm gonna put my name in. The point is, guys, I'm going to keep it very simple for you, because some people, we as adults sometimes think when we hear something very simple or easy, it's like, oh, there's got to be way more to this, and it's got to be way more harder stuff we got to do, and way more pain and vigorous things that we have to do to comprehend this so massive amount of things to happen. Like, okay, these little things that you don't think that can make massive things happen, we tend to overthink as adults. It's like, it's got to be harder than that. It's got to be harder. No, you can't guide your life with your thoughts. That's too simple. Like, so you just telling me I can think my life into whatever I want, and then of course you can. You can't just think a physical thing in front of you like a magician, but you can think your way into certain predicaments in life, right? And those are just small daily disciplined thoughts, right? And small daily discipline reading and actions and studying and the application of things can get you freedom in ways that you have no idea, that people died trying to get, or have no understanding at all, because they don't even know it exists. Oh, Ivory, you're back. I don't know how long they gave you time out for, but if you don't have anything nice to say, I'll just kick you off. We remember the name Kimberly Ann Gogan or whatever her name is. We want to remember your name. That's cool. And I've been on this path for about 8 months. And the only person that I follow and ask for infinite instruction from isn't a human being. So Kimberly and Gogan might be a credible source for you, but my credible source is the creator of this world. I think he knows way more than any human that he has created. Lean not into your own understanding, but acknowledge God in all your ways, and he will direct and lead your paths. Always. He's never let me wrong. He's never led me wrong. Even when I'm in complete error, he'll change my ashes into beauty. To beauty. And that's the basic understanding that people don't get, which is why not just in this realm, they just flop. They just give up. They have no hope because they have nothing to put their hope in. If you're putting your hope in yourself, we are very erroneous creatures. We make mistakes. We don't know much. And we're only taught by human beings that were taught by some human beings that knew certain amount of things. And it's like, you gotta put your hope and faith into something. And I definitely found putting it in myself. It usually doesn't work out the way I wanted to, maybe for a little bit, but not for a long time. So, no, Ivory, I get it. I'm not saying you're against me, but we appreciate your input. And matter of fact, I will check the young lady out. My spirit, First Corinthians says, spirit knows all. Be able to discern whether she's saying is bull crap or not. But you got to understand, there's so many people like who's came into and while I've been in this realm who said things that would try to throw me off. Like, oh, well, this whole time I've been here, and now someone said that you should go here. I've been through that. Hey, bud. What's up, Scene Crypto? Bless you too. What's up, Baba? You have a good day at school? Hmm? You have a good day at school? Oh. Give me a headbutt. Give me a headbutt. Yeah. Um, yeah, man, I love everybody. I love everybody. And here is so here is fictitious name detail right here. Try not to show my address. Oh God. Jesus. There you go. Fictitious name. There is my name. Okay. You guys see it? Oops. Mailing address. Okay. Cool. So I just want to show you guys proof. And there's more proof to come. I know it's a lot of people out here saying a lot of stuff and they're not really showing you what they're doing. And it's real secretive. Although there are some things that are meant to be talked about in private, and there's some things meant to be talked in public. Just because some of the things that are meant to be talked about in public, some people are not ready for the information. They can't handle it, or they'll try to exploit it in a way where they're trying to use it to get rich or make themselves famous, and it'll ultimately just put everything in, just throwing a monkey wrench into the gears. You don't want people who don't want to utilize this information for the right way to make it bad for everyone else. Proverbs 25:2. Sorry, I've been absent, guys. I don't know if I said that in the last video. I just had to take some time to do a rejuvenation of my brain and just kind of sit back, take in the information I had, pray about it, and just be still to know and think about the things that I've heard, the things that I've seen, and what makes this work. What makes this work? And what makes this work, how do you understand that? Is by understanding the history. The Cesta KV Act 1666 is going to help you understand, like, oh, wow, that's why I get mail like that. Wow, that's why the government is so funny about this. Oh, that's why companies or corporations want me to go paperless. Wow, that's why banks do this. Oh, wow, that's you'll start to understand. You'll start to connect dots at things that it's not even happening currently. You'll be like, wow, that's interesting. You start to connect the dots, and you don't have to have anybody tell you anything. You'll know. You'll know. And then listen, if you read the Bible with this information, it's even way more powerful. You don't have to be religious to read the Bible. You don't have to be, you don't have to. And some people are just so weird. They read the Bible and they go into this religious little rant about different gods and how the Bible wasn't made by God and it was made. Stop. Listen, if this information was in your eyes and you didn't see it, how much more for ordained information that's meant to guide you in your life spiritually? How much more can deep deep listen, if this information that we're in this current realm that's supposed to help you has been right in front of your eyes this whole time, right? How much more for information for someone that loves you, that's created for you? How much more can that help you in your life, coupled together? Information to help you free physically, information to help you free yourself spiritually. Wow, coupled together, like, come on, you're unstoppable. Like the revelations and the things I've been able to understand from reading the Bible with this, because the Bible is really just telling you how the world is set up, and that the world, the way it's set up right now, is not new. It's always been this way. It's just modernizes itself so that it'll stay uh, in a society camouflage type way. So it won't be so it won't stick out like a sore thumb. It'll look like it's normal. Like this is what happens. This is normal. This is what's supposed to happen. And that you won't think anything of it. You know, you won't do research. First law book. Exactly. Oh man. Deep dark sayings, man. Deep and mysterious dark sayings are in the word of God. And if you read them with understanding, asking God to help you understand all this stuff in this realm, all these laws, uniform commercial codes and uh code all these laws will make perfect sense. So you won't have to dig too deep. You'd be like, whoa, wow. So yeah, guys, some other things that I've done: tax per queue, which is first time in my life sending mail off for free without postage, and it's not really a free; it's a right, it's a law. If you look at the International Mail Manual 74.2.2 and 74.72, they tell you that postage is not necessary if you're operating in the realm of a foreign domestic address, and if we're outside of Washington D.C., we are considered foreign. But it's a lot to go into. But I just want to tell you stuff that I've been accomplishing. I've opened two bank accounts. I've opened one of the bank accounts to be a trust bank account. I've never done that in my life. It costed me nothing. I completely I made a trust from Law Depot or something like that. Law Depot, one of those legal sites, and I created my own trust without a lawyer, and I opened a bank account without a lawyer with no money. No money. Um, Question: what happens when you separate the two? When you separate the two, well, I'm trying to put it in a metaphor that will be Understandable. Okay, it's like when you let's say you're the only child of your parent, and you and your parents have the same last name. And we're going to use one parent for just to keep it simple. You and your mom have the same last name. When until the age of maturity, which is to us 18, you are everything you do is under your mom. Your insurance, your your lunch your lunch meals are determined by your mom's salary. Um, Everything that you do is under an umbrella of your mom, right? And you can't do anything unless you have your mom's consent, you have her guardian signature, so on and so forth, right? But when you turn 18, now you can do things on yourself. You can get your own credit cards. You can get your own apartment in your own name. You can start developing your credit. You can you could do everything that you couldn't do without your mom by yourself. But here's the thing: when you turn the age of maturity in the government's eyes, um, it just means that you are no longer considered a child. Or let me put it in this way: in the age of maturity, depends the amount of assets or principal or money associated with your name when you become a certain age, and then it compels you to start applying for those things by yourself. And it just so happens, being a US citizen, you are compelled to receive a lot of more than what you've been taught. You you have a name that protects you from legal tyranny and all types of other things, because that legal name is a fictitious or a business name or a corporation that takes all that. They take your liabilities, they discharge debt for you because the Congress set it that way, up that way, because it always wasn't that way. There's some laws that were made and put into place because it wasn't working. And when you're separated, just like you're separated from your parents, now you get to enjoy all the benefits of being an adult by yourself. You get to now enjoy all the benefits of being an adult as a U.S. citizen, which subsequently comes with securities. Securities are things that people that are it's it's money made off of you from extending your legal name in a way that allows other corporations and companies to get paid off of you, because now you are at an age of maturity. What the thing is that this information, even though I'm explaining it easy, like once you get a certain age of maturity, you get to you're compelled to have benefits like an adult by yourself. These adult benefits as a U.S. citizen are more than what we think. It's not just a driver's license. You get to drink at 21. You can stay out past your curfew. This is way more than that. You get to collect securities that have been collected under your name. You can you can be like, hey, notice that my birth certificate has this registration number, and I typed it into Fidelity, and I found this, and I found numbers and big percentages and bonds and certificates associated with my name. What is this? What is this? Basically, the U.S. corporation right now, off of you being born, is collecting securities or money made off you. And you're not getting any of it until you're 62. And when you're 62, 63 years old, you're only going to be allowed to be access to 20% of the money that you've made off working a regular job. You're not going to actually see what's in or what's been collected based on your name, your legal name. You're not going to ever see that unless you comprehend the ways that you are able to access that through paperwork and through what you say about yourself, through understanding the history that allows you to understand what paperwork to use, which allows you to unlock the benefits of what you are entitled to as a US citizen. That's it. When you get separated, just like you separated from your parents, oh, I get to live on my own, I get to drink at 21, I get no curfew. Now as a U.S. citizen, wow, I get to discharge debt. What? Oh, there's property owned to me, there's land owned to me. Oh, I get restitution and damage for y'all holding my property for this long. Oh, word! I get a bank account that holds monetary value attached to my birth certificate. What? I don't know. People say, it's good to stay in your mother's house and, benefit from them as long as possible, which I agree. But once you understand the things that's happening in the world, you're like, yo, I can't wait. I can't wait. You'll be looking for a bill just to discharge it. Once you understand and comprehend this information, you'll be looking to make bills or debts to discharge, just to discharge them because you have the opportunity to. Like, seriously. And that's pretty much where I'm leaning to. I get it. The remittances. There's so many people that I've seen get their remittances discharged, but it's been in different ways. And different ways that I initially learned when I first hopped into this world. I've seen people have their credit cards discharged. I've seen people um, had gift cards sent to them from the company with their bill already paid. Uh, I've seen people have access to money or cards that I've never seen in my life, not issued by America Express and Visa. There are things going on in this world, and you got to get with it. Got to get with it. The other, correct? Yeah, if you need help, email me at mreid, REID1 at rocketmail.com. Just know this is not a world that if you want to spoon stuff, it's not going to happen. But it will be a world that you will be able to navigate through uh, easier than just doing it by yourself if you're willing to do due diligence and just try things. Listen to other people and be scary. You got to have faith and apply the knowledge. That's true wisdom. Application of your knowledge is wisdom, and not going off of oh this guy said that this guy says don't do this, or this guy says if you comprehend what you're doing, and you've got wise counselor and mentors and to help lead you in the right direction, and then you everything else is on you. Oh, you see lights on in the background. um yeah. Hello, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me still? Okay. I don't know what's going on in my live because I haven't moved anywhere. My internet connection is still the same. I must be talking about some things that are okay. Um, um, And in that situation, I am not in that house anymore. For now, I'm not in the house for now. So the need for me to discharge the electric bill or the cable bill is not relevant. And I want to say that everything's working together for me because it gave me more time not to stress and be desperate about how I'm going to pay my electric and whatnot, and really dive deep and get to the roots of the things that are going to get definite results. What I'm saying is the stuff that I'm comprehending will help people like you guys that are watching and myself skip years of studying and spinning your wheels because I'm willing to do the research on things that people are overlooking because they're either in a world of fear, desperateness, or they're doubtful listening to other people. And the basic things that I showed you with the division of articles, corporations, getting my birth certificate authenticated, separating my name through fictitious registration, and more things to come with the next couple of videos that I'll be posting throughout the month are going to are going to help. And if you don't try it, cool, just watch me do it because I have no fear at all. I want to. I can't show you on this. This is my screen. I can't share my screen. I also trademarked my name right now. It's not registered, a registered trademark, but my name is trademarked. If you're going to trademark your name, if you're going to trademark your name, start at the state level. Don't do it off USPTO. Do it off the state level. You can do that in the department. Um, Department of Corporation or Division of Corporations in your state. I don't want to say SPC route. I mean, yes, secure party creditor, but there's different ways to be a secure party creditor, which I didn't understand at first. And at one point, I was doing everything on the redemption manual. I haven't even read the redemption manual, to be honest. I've read parts of it, but I didn't want to do everything. I didn't want to do what everyone was doing, and I actually had a buddy contact me from Australia, and he gave me a different way to become an SPC. And but what I'm doing is part of that process, yes. But I'm just doing it in a different way. There are many ways to discharge debt and have compelled benefits without being a secure party creditor. But I'm just kind of doing it as I go, as I learn, so that I'm not just spinning my wheels. It's important that you comprehend the stuff that you're doing and not just kind of do it, so that you know how to handle it if it doesn't go your way. And yes, trademarking my name gives me compelled benefits as well. And I haven't put up a fee schedule yet, but yes, if someone uses my name and didn't ask me, that's trademark infringement. And with the fee schedule, maybe it's $350,000, maybe it's $250,000 for using my name. This includes bill collectors, police officers, judges, anyone. If you ain't asked me to use my name, it's trademark infringement. So just have to do cease and desist on whatever it is that's being used using my name, and tell them, hey, I ain't get no type of notification that you wanted to use my name. You didn't ask permission. So here is the recompense for trademark infringement. I wish I could show you that, guys, so you just don't think I'll do a video about it, but mreid, REID, 1 at Rocket Mail is my email. I'll put parts of it because when I put my email, the full email into the chat, it usually deletes it. So I'll put, yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that. That is my email at rocketmail.com. Take them to court. Take them to court. You got a trademark infringement. A trademark infringement is a punishable crime. And if you have your fee schedule registered county level first, I suspect that you can't be in more one place at one time. So if you have a register in your county first, and that particular thing happens in your county, then you're covered. Now you can go on with your trademark infringement process. Yes, admiralty law of the land. It's maritime. So yes. 41 minutes. I mean, I really meant to make this video really quick, but I hope you guys got some information that you maybe didn't know or opened your eyes to some things. That you didn't know. How do I travel? Well, I mean, I have a compelled benefit to travel privately without a driver's license, which I don't have. I don't have a passport yet. I will, but I travel freely. I travel freely. Right. You have after my trademark is registered, then I'm going to turn in my tag in my driver's license, and you can do both of those things by registered mail. You can resend both of those things through registered mail. Shakila. What's up, Shakila? T. I don't know if that's a different language or not. All right, guys. Peace and love. Appreciate you guys for listening. Have any questions? You got the email up here. Have a great night.